Hello everyone, this is Diesel here. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Zeldathon. With me and Bonnie playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And yeah, pretty much as I already said, I'm Diesel and I got my friend.
Bonnie is one of those people that said, hey folks, welcome back.
Hey, and pretty much we also got a special guest. We resurrected him back from the grave. It's President Grant. Say hello, Grant. Oh, hello everyone. It's very good to be here back in again and such. So, alright, we're gonna be doing some more Zelda 2, right? Let's get started. Alright, well, before we get started and such, pretty much, for those that didn't see the last session and everything, pretty much, Barney and I, are basically mainly me and Grant. Basically, we've already covered the first three palaces, got like plenty of spells. We got Shield, Jump, Life, and Fairy. We also got a couple of items. The latest one that we got was the Raft and such. And so far, at least within this session run and everything, I've only died, or at least like gotten the game over once. So hopefully it won't be happening too much, but I will say, during the practice run of the potential second session, I did get a couple of more game overs, so I'm not gonna get my hopes high too much that this will be a no-death run, seeing as that, like, again, I already got a game over, but we'll just wait and see what happens. So, alright, as I move along to the next town, because I just realized I forgot to show off something during the first session and everything. Pretty much what's going to be happening during the second session and such, or at least what the main goal for this session is going to be. I want to try at the very least to make it to Palace 6 if I can. If I can make it to Palace 6 and such, and if we have just enough time, then we'll also go ahead and do Palace 6 as well too, as best as we can. If we don't have that much time, then probably what I'm going to do is going to be one or two things. In the next session, we will go ahead and do Palace 6. I might turn that session into like a grinding section. Or pretty much what I might also do is that, like, I might just do the grinding off screen, and then pretty much we'll go ahead and do Palace 6 and just make our way to the Great Palace and save the Great Palace for the final session of this game. So whatever happens, happens. You guys will most definitely know what will happen by the time the third session is here and ready. So before we move on, I forgot to actually go back to talk to Era. Because if you remember in the first session, there was a guy in Mido Town that pretty much said talk to Era if you wanted to find out where the third palace is. I don't know if he still says it. Let me check. Yeah, he does. So, alright. South of King's Tomb in Mido is a tunnel. So, yeah, pretty much like, yeah, if you're a little stuck on trying to find where the third palace is, there you go. That's your hint right there. So, now that we shown it off and everything, alright. Pretty much, we are all done with this section of Hyrule, so pretty much from here on out throughout the rest of the game, we only have to move to another session, and pretty much it's that session where the game is actually going to start to get harder. Definitely with, like, you know, in terms of the overworld enemies, and even with some of the, palace enemies as well, too. So, pretty much if you thought the game was a little bit, was already hard with this palace, or at least, like, with this session of Hyrule, well, as the old saying goes, you ain't seen nothing yet. So let's set sail. Alrighty. Now, before we do anything, I do want to get to the next town as fast as possible, because pretty much, yeah, as you can see right here, we have some new enemies. We have the return of the Tektites, and unlike in the first game, you cannot kill the Tektites with just your normal sword. You actually need a certain magic in order to deal with enemies like Tektites. And this is the town that we're going to be entering right now. So, welcome. Go ahead.
Naburo.
Yeah, Naburo, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, pretty much welcome to this town. And it's this town is where, like, you'll get, like, a certain spell. I don't know if someone will say something. Please save our town. Okay. But pretty much, like, yeah, I'm saying that this town, you'll actually get an item that you actually, well, actually don't need, but pretty much, like, if you want to, like, you know, get rid of some of the enemies like the Tektites, it's better that you get the, you get this magic as soon as possible. With boots, I could walk on the water. Oh, interesting. Oh, I did not, pretty much I did not know that you could turn people into Jesus in this game. Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah, oh, okay, actually,
I was literally gonna say, ow. I was literally gonna say that.
Well, pretty much just like what I did in the Civil War. I beat you to it, huh? Anyway, so this lady right here, I am thirsty. Me too. Where are you going in there? Well, come on, where are you going in there? Come on. Ah, well, alright. Oh, hey, water. Want to get some water? Yeah, pretty much like, yeah, this is pretty much like the most easiest and simple thing you could actually do just to get, like, you know, a spell in this game. And so it's like, yeah, literally, like, you have water, come to my house. Oh, yeah. So, pretty much, yeah. But pretty much this lady is so lazy, she literally could not walk, just like, you know, what, like 5 steps or so at the very least, just to get some water.
This magic will make your sword shoot fire.
Oh, wow. Man, you guys had a lot of witchcraft back in the day. Ish. Well, I'm not complaining. So, yeah, pretty much, alright, so this is the fire spell, and pretty much like, yeah, now you can go ahead and use this to battle the Tektites and such, which I will show off and everything. And usually at this point, usually it's around this point to where, like, actually before I do, let me talk to this kid. Jump in a hole in the palace if you go. All right, so yeah, keep that in mind then for later. And yeah, there's a healing lady if you want to get some more, or at least a whiskey lady, as Grant would probably like to call it. I cannot help. Alright. Let's see, you say, see a man in Durinian before the island. Saying, yeah, make sure you do that. Pretty much, so there's one helpful advice that you actually will need to, like, follow.
The river devil eats those who are weak.
And just who is that river devil? Well, we'll find out in a bit. And yeah, can I help us? Okay. So pretty much if you go in here, we get another enemy to where, like, yeah. Hold on. So when you jump and press B, it says nothing. But if you keep on doing it, just like with the blob. So nothing. You are persistent. Find heart over ocean. So yeah, there's a hint to where the next heart container is. But we can't get to that heart just yet because, well, well, we can't actually walk on water just yet either. Alright, so before we head to Derudian, let's go ahead and get some stuff real quick. First off, over here, you can get some pea bags, and yeah, these eyeball enemies, yeah. As of right now, you cannot hit them with their eyes closed. But once they have their eyes open, then pretty much you can go over there and hit them as much as you can. And honestly, usually at this point, I'm not really bothered too much with the enemies and everything. Because like I said, some of them are actually going to start to get very hard as, like, you know, the game goes on and everything. So honestly, like, usually at this point and everything, like, it's not really all that worth it to kill too many enemies and everything. Because, like, yeah, as you can see right here, like, you know, I'm getting my ass handed to me. And this was the reason why, like, you know, I kept getting, like, game overs as well, too. So pretty much from here on out, I'm not really going to be using that many enemies to gain experience points, but I will show off this. Alright, so yeah, if you use this fire, then pretty much, like, yeah, it's the only way you can damage the Tektites. And actually, this was added in the North American slash European version. Because in the original Famicom Disk System version, you actually don't really need a fire. You can just literally, like, you know, stab the Tektites as normal with your sword and such. So pretty much, like, yeah. So pretty much, yeah, in the Japanese version, the fire is very useless to where, like, you don't really need it that much at all. And P! But yeah. So yeah, usually it's around this part where either before the 4th palace or after the 5th palace is where I usually, like, you know, stay around here and grind my experience as much as I can until I get to, like, you know, a certain level to where I feel like you know, I'm doing fine and such. So alright, we'll go ahead and at least kill these Tektites real quick. And if I need to, I could just, like, go back and heal. Which I think it should be fine from here on out. So, alrighty. Alright, let's head into the cave, and yeah, we got more Tektites, so... Okay. Ooh, P! And yeah, pretty much as you can see, like, you know, the Tech Titans actually, can actually get you lots of experience packs as well, too. So, yeah, pretty much that's one of the reasons why, like, you know, I usually, you know, go to that place, like, near, Naburo and such, to basically grind and such. And actually, you know what, I'll go ahead and use my shield for this guy. Because we got a Scorpion right here, and unfortunately for him, much like with the, floating eyeballs, yeah, pretty much like, yeah, you can only attack them, like, when their eyes are open. As soon as they, like, yeah, as soon as their eyes are open, you want to be very quick and careful, because, like, yeah, they can shoot their fireballs, and yeah, as you saw right there, if you're not careful, then those fireballs can really hurt. So, alright, so pretty much, yeah, that's probably going to be the only time I'm ever going to, like, you know, battle with those guys and such. Because, like I said, all the other times, it's not really all that worth it. So, alright, before we get to the other stuff, let's go ahead and heal up real quick. And actually, yeah, as always, too, let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. Let me know if Barney's coming in loud and clear. Let me know if the game's also coming in loud and clear as well, too. Ooh, fairy. Did I get it? I got it. Nice.
Nice.
Yep. Alright, so the only thing I just gotta do is...
I didn't notice yesterday, but I was very low on the Thomas stream we did yesterday.
Yeah. So, yeah, which pretty much, like, you know, that's to be a given with, like, you know, some of our streams. Sometimes, like, you know, and pretty much this also happens to me as well, too. Or sometimes, like, you know, my mic is able to pick up just fine, and you guys are able to hear me, like, you know, just fine as well, too. And then there are other times where pretty much, like, actually, I think it just walked past the magical lady. But pretty much, like, yeah, there are also other moments where pretty much the game is a little bit more louder, and somehow I'm a bit softer as well, too. And that's also happened with, like, recorded Let's Plays as well, too. Rest here. How about that shit? It's my special medicine. Whoa, what's in that medicine? Alright, so, yep, we're all beefed up. Alright, and again, before we go ahead and take a look, alright, so... Alright, look what we got. We got the levers back, and actually, yeah. Let me go over here so I can, yeah.
Blue Octorok as well.
Yep, so pretty much we got the blue levers and a blue Octorok, which I'll go ahead and kill real quick. Ooh. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll do it. Why not? Okay.
Alright, moving on.
Whoop.
Oh, there's another one there.
Yep, and we're all good. Alright, so if we go over here, we'll come across another secret real soon. And, oh, okay. So these enemies, believe it or not, those are Zoras. Those are the fish enemies that, we've seen in the, first Zelda game. And, yeah, much like the Tech Titans, they could only be killed by fire. So, yeah, pretty much with the... Yeah, so pretty much like, yeah, much like with the, much like with the Tech Titans and everything, like, yeah, they can only be destroyed by the fire. And pretty much what you want to do, you just want to, you know, let me try it again. Pretty much you just want to keep a good little, like, you know, observation on, like, when and where they're gonna shoot their, magical beams at you. So pretty much, like, you know, if they're standing below, then they're gonna shoot, like, you know, from below, and if they're standing up, then they're gonna shoot, while standing up. Actually, I think it should be fine, so yeah, I'm gonna ignore the enemies.
Go ahead, let's go.
Alright, so, okay.
Again?
Yeah, I got it, because like I said, like, you know, anytime you hit an enemy and everything, you're gonna be locked into a random encounter. Alright, so for this one, you're gonna want to jump. And with this P, you get 500, so pretty much, alright. So, yep, so now our health is up to level 7.
Alright, let's go.
Yep. Alright, and then pretty much there's just about one more secret or so that we need before we head into the next town.
I'm dying for Palace 4.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, like, Palace 4 is coming up. And this is why we signed Grant up, and this is why we had to resurrect Grant back from the dead. Please kill some of these.
You'll see why.
Yeah, you'll see why real soon. Alright. Alright, so pretty much right around over here. Let's see if I can try to remember where it might be at. Alright, let's see if I can try to remember. It's around here somewhere, but I don't remember where it's at. Here it is. Alright. Yeah, so pretty much like, yeah, you get yourself a free magic container right there if you're running low, so there you go. And, oh, actually, yeah, I think I already got most of my health filled, so it was a little pointless, but, yeah, whatever. Alright, so just going in a cave right there, and we got some more, Eggmans, actually. So, yeah. But luckily, now that our attack is a little more higher, yeah, we can easily kill these guys with just, one slash and such. But we are gonna have a, Zora coming up real soon. So, let's use the, fire. And yeah, pretty much like I said, just keep a good, pretty much just keep a good focus on, like, you know, where to position and such. Alrighty. Yep. Alright, so let's go over here to the west first. And over here, yeah, pretty much we got some more traps that we are gonna need to, like, you know, yeah, pretty much we do have some traps that we do need to clear in order to, like, you know, get to the next town and such. Now, like I said, be very careful with these blue Octoroks, because if either of these blue Octoroks or these bubbles, pretty much, like, you know, push you into the water, then again, that's instant death. So pretty much, yeah, if you ever see a blue Octorok come, looks like it's coming near you, then just wait till, like, you know, it falls into the water. But pretty much once you do that, yep, we'll go over here into this town, which is Mount Town of Darunia. So yeah, this is the town where basically that lady back in Naburo was talking about. And okay, yeah, it seems that, like, there's nothing in here, but if you look at this wall...
It is said the east of the Buro has...
East of the Buro has... honestly, I mean, that hint could actually be taken either way, like... I think that hint is actually supposed to tell you, like, where the 5th palace could be. Because, like, yeah, like, you know... pretty much, like, if you go to the east of where Naburo town is, pretty soon you'll actually get to the 5th palace. Which we will get real soon. The devil does not... Oh, go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
The devil does not like noise.
Well, really, I did not know that, huh? Alright, well, thank you, wise lady. Well, be sure to keep that in mind. Let's see. The palace has a false wall. Alright, now that's not, actually that's not the 4th palace he's talking about. He's talking about the 5th palace with that. Which, yeah, we'll get to when we get to it and such. Alright, so, I don't know, like... honestly, I want to say there was a kid that did say that, like, you know, there should be a knight in here and such. I don't know, like, which kid said it and everything, but pretty much, yeah. So, there's also the place where you can get another attack. So, all you need to do is jump onto some roofs. And once you get to this roof, Link's gonna do a Super Mario Brother.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. And from here she is. So yeah, you gotta press B. When you jump, go ahead. Yep. Yeah, when you jump, press up the stab. So yep, as you said, like, yeah. So press up when you jump. And pretty much there you go. That's the that's the up thrust. So pretty much you can use this on, like, enemies to where, like, they're either flying above you, or pretty much on enemies to where on enemies that, like, are a little bit more taller than you. Let's see. Do you say the same thing? Oh, I know nothing. Okay. All right. We got this old lady right here. What does she need? Rescue a kidnapped child on the island. Alright, so yeah. Oh, let's see him.
And there's a kid right there. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, he's the one. Okay. A powerful knight lives in this town. Alright. So yeah, pretty much like, yeah, if you did not get the upward sword, or at least the upward thrust just yet, and, does not like noise, okay. Yeah, we already know that, thank you. But pretty much like, yeah, if you did not get the upward thrust just yet, then yeah, that kid just let you know, hey, there's a powerful knight in this town, make sure you find it.
And here we go again.
Yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. Let me at least, like, yeah. Let me go ahead and heal up on both magic and health real quick.
Ah, very good. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Alright, here she is. Stop by.
Stop by.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Revive. Wait, what? Well, I have no idea what the hell happened, but I feel better now. Alright, Miss here. And yeah, okay, yeah, pretty much like, yeah, they actually do say the same thing, like, yeah. How about that shit? It's my special rub. Oh, Rob, give me that. Alright, let's go kick some ass. Alright, so yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much with all that and everything. Alright, so yeah, let's go to the yeah, we'll go to the Maze Island and such. We won't do the 4th palace just yet, cause like, yeah, even if we were to do the 4th palace, we won't be able to complete it just yet. So till then, let's go to the yeah.
We can't clear it just yet because we're missing something first.
Yeah, pretty much we're missing something. So the only way to get this something is to pretty much just go over to the Maze Island and rescue the kid.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, pretty much like I said, at this point, like I really wouldn't worry about the enemies all that much and such. Like, unless you're running low on experience, or at the very least, like you're gaining closer to an experience level and everything. Then go right ahead and, like, you know, battle as many enemies as you want. But like I said, at this point, I really wouldn't worry too much about the overworld enemies. But over here, look at that, we got another Link doll.
Whoa!
Yeah, and alright, here we are, the Maze Island. So we'll come back here real quick and, like, actually, yeah, I am gonna explore and at least show you, like, all the traps that, like, you know, this Maze Island does offer and everything. And pretty much, like, you know, show you which traps you can avoid, and, like, yeah, pretty much which traps you can avoid, because, honestly, there's only one trap in this maze that you actually need to do, no matter what and everything. All the other traps you can actually avoid with no trouble whatsoever. So I'll make sure to, show it off and such, but, yeah, if you go to the end right here, and I'm gonna use the shield spell for this one, we got another, enemy, these, lizard guys. Now, kind of like with the Iron Knuckles, you can actually use the, jump... Yeah, you can use the, jump and slash trick on them and such. But you better be careful, because unlike the Iron Knuckles and everything, their lances, or at least their, pitchforks, I should say, are actually very a little, like, sporadic, for a lack of a better word and such. So, like, they can still hit you if you're not being too careful and everything. So, usually what I try to do, like, I get like a, jump and slash in, and then pretty much, afterwards, and then usually afterwards, I back up for a little bit and do the jump and slash again on them. Alright, so now that we got the lost child, let's go ahead and bring it back to the old lady. So, and then pretty much after I do that, I'm going to take a little break and everything, because, like, I don't know if you guys can hear, but my cat's meowing and such, so... so pretty much, like, yeah, once I get done with this, I'll go ahead and feed my cat real quick.
She's very needy. I can tell
Yeah. Well, pretty much just to be expected. Like, you know, she is getting older and everything, so, like, yeah. I don't even know where she is right now. Alright, well, pretty much, if she comes back again, then yeah, I'll go ahead and feed her real quick. Take a little, like, quick break. Hold on. Whoop. Alright, we're doing it. Alright, so far so good. And there we go. Hey, lady. No, wait, what's going on? Wait, I want to stop. I want to stop. I can't stop. Why am I not stopping? What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, literally, like, yeah, what's going on here? I'm not stopping. This game's not stopping for me. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. What the hell was that about?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that was weird. Like, pretty much it's like my legs have a mind of his own. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we'll heal up right here. Yeah, anyway, sorry about that. But believe me, I wasn't trying to run away from you because, you know, you kind of creeped me out the last time you said revive, and I had no idea what the hell you were doing to me. I pretty much better drink this just to forget all about that experience.
I smoke 20 cigars a day.
Yeah. Alrighty, so here you are, here's your child. You are a hero for saving my child. Come. No comment. Alright. So pretty much, alright, so this is the magic spell you do need. Is this required to beat the game? So if you go down and talk to this old man. Oh, we get reflect. Which, funny enough, in the Japanese version, reflect was spelled with an X and such. But thankfully in the English translation it fixed it. But yeah, pretty much reflect has the sounds and everything. So pretty much for certain enemies that like throw stuff at you or have like magical projectiles, you can actually just reflect it as soon as you put the reflect spell on. Now for some enemies, it's actually going to be very helpful. Like I said, for a certain boss that we're going to get to in Palace 4, this is required to beat the boss.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Now, we finally got that, so now we can finally go to Palace 4.
Yeah, we can go ahead and finally enter Palace 4. Like I said, this is the palace that Barney has been waiting for a good while.
Why? Well, you'll see once you get there.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, I don't really need it. Oop. Alright, so, alright, actually before we do get to Palace 4, I did promise I wanted to, show you guys, pretty much the Maze Island real quick, and show off, like, where most of the traps are, and which ones you can avoid, and, pretty much like I said, I'll show you that, mandatory one that you have to do no matter what. So, alright. So, within this Maze Palace, there's a certain path you can follow. If you were to just follow the upper path right here, right before this bridge right here, you won't have to worry about a trap. But if you wanted to go to the left, here's the traps that you will be facing in here. So as you can see, we got some Tektites. Oh, P! Yep, I think we do have another Tektite or so coming up. Yep, there he is. Whoop. Alright, I'm gonna save this for later. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, we'll use this. Okay, I do think we are gonna have to get another Tektite. And if you would continue over here, there's another path right here. So this one is just blue Octoroks. Oh, no, actually there is a Tektite. Okay. Alright, so pretty much those are the traps that you were to be able to face had you not skipped that route. And right over here, so pretty much if you just go down and around here, you actually will get to sort of a trap, but it's actually a good trap that you want to get to. But if you were to keep going straight, then yeah, here's another thing that you'll have to face, but we don't have enough for, like, fire, so I'll come back to this one later. But if we were to go down here, pretty much we get our third magical container. So, there you go. Alright, I'll go ahead and show off that fifth trap real quick. Now, I do know there was a Tektite here, so I'll use this. At least put a shield, why not? Alright, we got a Zora. Two of them, actually. Oop. Alright. Ooh, alright, I'll take that. Alright, up. That's okay, we can just go around for this one. Okay. Now, there is a trap coming up here. Well, like I said, this is the only trap where, like, pretty much even if you were to skip the other traps, you have to do this no matter what. This is mandatory. Right around here. Yeah, this is the only trap that you need to do no matter what. Okay. Dude. No, there's, yeah, more Zoras. Two of them again, just like last time. There we go. I believe we might have another Tektiter, so, yeah. There we go. I don't know if we have another one or not. Nope. Okay. Alright, but luckily, right around here, and after more violence, and you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw in the shield spell too. Alright, well, pretty much he just went off screen, so you don't have to worry about that Tektite. Oh, take that. Alright, you get a magical container right here. So again, here's another, here's another magical container for you to basically, like, waste your life magic on and pretty much refill it. Alright. Now here are the last two, like, traps that, like, that pretty much, like I said, you can avoid. You can actually, avoid them and such, and I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so pretty much these are the last two traps that you can actually avoid if you were to just take the, upper path and such. If you were to take the upper path, then, pretty much you would not have to worry about, battling these last two traps. So, theoretically, yeah, if you were to, follow all the, if you were to follow the path that, like, I'll show you, as soon as possible, then, pretty much, like, yeah, all these other traps that I'm showing you right now, they could easily be avoided. But again, like, if you are running low on experience and such, and you want to, like, you know, gain as many as you can to get a level up, well, there you go. Alright, now there's one trap in here, which I'm actually going to avoid entirely. Because, yeah, it's just bees, so... yeah, honestly, with those enemies, do not bother with them. Like, pretty much you can stab them all you want, but they are ruthless. So, yeah, do not bother with them in the slightest.